Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Good Saturday morning and welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, the oracle of the outdoors in the Mid-South. And here this morning on Saturday, November 21st, we welcome Jamie Fedderson, the Tennessee Duckman, to the show. And he's going to tell us all about what we can expect in Tennessee duck hunting this year. So without further ado, here's the host with the most, Larry Ray.
I like that further ado. I mean, that's some French. Put a little French in this show.
A little French for you, Larry.
A little French. But thank you, John Gordon, and also thank you, Jamie Fedderson, for being with us this morning. Good morning, Jamie.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Thank you. And I know Frank Barton is listening in as he took in all the information from Luke Naylor before you. And, Jamie, I'm assuming you have met Luke?
Oh, yeah. Luke and I work together on a lot of things.
I thought you did because he told me to be real easy on you, okay? So we were pretty hard on Luke, weren't we, Frank? I mean,
we took no prisoners.
Yeah, get ready, Jamie. I mean, we talked about – I will say this, Jamie, before we start. Arkansas has initiated a new plan to how to handle the hip, and they've gone strictly online on that. I don't know if that's been discussed with the TWRA or maybe doing that in Tennessee, but I vote yes. Okay, I'm just I don't. Has that ever been brought up? Maybe switching.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's certainly an issue with trying to get some good, accurate information with that hip. There's a lot of people that are working on different ways to do it. As far as Tennessee goes, we're kind of sitting back a little bit and watching and looking at what people are going to come up with. And
good, yeah.
But yeah, we're definitely going to consider it when we see how other people implement it. I know Louisiana did something new this year too. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what those guys get out of that, and then we'll hopefully we'll move to that sort of system in the future.
Well, I told him I wasn't going to talk about this, but we're on this. I'm just going to briefly go over the meeting that was at Parsons recently with the commission came together, which I thought was really great.
Yep. That
the commission is open to moving these things around. I watched it online, and I thought it was wonderful. Everything was handled real well. I can't say enough about Kurt Holbert. If somebody uses bad language, he set them down. So
sure did.
And I like that. But I could tell the passion there about the duck blind drawings. And you guys really took it in, and you're going to go from what you heard the other day, Jamie, and take it back, and I'm assuming brush over all this stuff that you heard, right?
Yeah, for sure. It all started with some information that we got from a duck hunter survey that we did. We presented that information to our commission, and they saw, what they saw there was, hey, maybe we need to, think about some things that we're doing on our properties. And that's really what it is I think it's something that we should constantly be doing. We should constantly be looking at, the programs that we're providing, the hunt packages we're providing, and, it boils down to opportunity.
Yes, it does.
But we also look, we understand, duck hunting's got a deep-rooted tradition in West Tennessee, especially.
Amen.
Duck blinds are a part of that. And,
yes.
That's what we wanted to hear. We needed to hear from folks about, what they think about it. I think there was a sort of a maybe a little bit of a rumor out there that we already had our minds made up, that we had a plan, it was in place, and we were getting ready to go, and that wasn't the case at all. I mean, we're wanting to listen, we're wanting to hear, and we're going to, sit down and, come up with some plans, come up with some strategies, come up with some ideas, and we'll roll that out to people. We're going to be talking to duck hunters, and we want to hear from them. So trust me, it's not a done deal by any stretch of the imagination. We're still thinking, planning, and talking about it.
Well, I think that's what the people want to know, Jamie. And I know Assistant Director Richardson did a wonderful job of handling that meeting. and so did Commissioner Holbert. I mean, took care of it, and I was shocked at how many commissioners were there. So that aside, and I know our guys the people are listening out there to Outdoors with Larry Ray through all of West Tennessee and East Arkansas and North Mississippi, but our West Tennessee folks, Brownsville, Jackson, they're looking forward to next weekend. We just talked to Luke Naylor, the soothsayer of bad predictions, as he said here. We've had the red flag warnings. We hadn't had any rain for a while. And I got two guys in the duck blind this morning, John Gordon and Frank Barton in East Arkansas. And so we're going to get some rain next week. So talk about what you're hearing from the reports that you're getting, particularly from maybe our area and things along that line, as far as optimistic. I know how did Reelfoot go? What did you hear from them?
Yeah, I heard it was, pretty even keel.
Yeah.
Nothing super spectacular.
That's right. Yeah.
But it wasn't dead in the water. Sort of a maybe average to below average type of opener for them. Nothing spectacular, but it wasn't horrible.
But now we come to the rest of the state, which all of us are looking forward to, 27th through the 29th, and then come back 4th through the 6th, and then 9th through the 31st. So talk about what we might expect next weekend and your talks. I know we've heard reports from Missouri. They had a great opening weekend up there. Already had snow up north. Luke was talking about sub-freezing temperatures in Arkansas way, way early. So talk about from your perspective, and I know that our listeners are wanting to know maybe what does the Duck Man, as John Gordon calls you. I think that's what I'll start calling you from now on, is the Duck Man. But wildlife biologist Jamie Fedderson, what are you thinking?
Yeah, so I was really excited that we were starting to get a lot of like sub-zero, some freezing temperatures up north fairly early on in October, and I was thinking, man, we're gonna have a great season. It's gonna get cold early and push them down, but
yes.
It's warming back up. So if birds were down, and we know that there were some birds down. Our we do refuge counts on the 15th and the 1st of every month, and our refuge counts from the 15th of November, right around that time, they showed fairly average to below average numbers on most of our refuges. So we know that birds are in town. There's not a lot of them, and it just might be that as things warmed up, birds move back north a little bit. I mean, they'll do that. I mean, we know that there's a little bit of a reverse migration. They kind of stay right along the cold line, and it's really what it's going to take to really push birds back down here is for it to get cold up there again. So, for the opener coming up next weekend, I wouldn't expect,
come on, Jamie.
I wouldn't expect it to be the best opener ever.
Okay.
But it should be okay because we definitely know that there are birds in town.
Okay, you heard that from Jamie. All right, now that's optimistic as all of us are. I don't think there's any more optimistic than my good friend Frank Barton. I mean, he's optimistic as soon as the season over last year.
Sure.
So, and we've heard this, and it's hard to understand that it's a hard thing to call. I mean,
it really
John
is.
Gordon, you've been following ducks forever. I mean, you're excited to be opening day, whether you and they've always told me, well, that's not about killing birds, or it's not killing birds. It's to be outdoors.
Yep.
Well, I know that you think that too, right, John Gordon? Hey, John. Have we lost John?
Maybe he's taking a shot at something.
He may be. Yeah, he's gone to the other corner of the duck blind.
Sorry, Larry, I had a mute on my phone.
That's okay.
But it's always better to have ducks and no ducks, right? I mean, just even flying around in the air to be able to see ducks.
Yes, yeah.
So, And, you know, like I said, like Frank was talking about earlier, the waterfowl hunter is the eternal optimist, which you have to be. Yeah. You know, you're always thinking, man, that next weather, next day, next weekend, everything is going to be better.
Well, that's why I think maybe don't tell this to Joe, Benedict, and all the other guys over there, the Deer Man or any of the other folks. I think Jamie's got one of the toughest jobs because he's trying to please everybody that can't be pleased. You know, so and so I don't know if that's a correct assumption, Jamie, because everybody thinks all you're going to be doing for the next 60 days next weekend is duck hunting.
Yeah, for sure. Duck hunters are a tough crowd to please. And, I like to get out and duck hunt as much as the other guy. But, you know, you guys are right. Duck hunters are the eternal optimists. It's always going to be better tomorrow. It's always going to be better next weekend.
Yeah.
But, you know, I've got to live in a place where I'm trying to set the boundaries of reality a little bit better. I need to, hey, look, if I set y'all's expectations low when it's good, then, hey, you know what? Then you're going to be super happy. But if I set your expectations real high and I don't deliver, I'm enemy number one right there. So,
well, that's the thing about it. And you got 60 days to be enemy number one. I mean, there is no enemy number two at all. Let me ask you real quickly here, and we'll let you go. Folks, there are some waterfowl quota hunt leftover duck blind drawings going on right now. Meeman Shelby's already passed. The Gooch unit goes through Monday. White Oak, Lebanon Pond goes through Monday. Pagoda and Thomas Cypress go through Monday. They got a drop box out there for you, a designated drop box. So take advantage of that. Jamie, thank you for being with us, buddy. We'll stay in touch and hope to talk to you a little bit later on in the season and get a handle on this thing. Okay, man?
Absolutely. Sounds great. Look forward to it.
Thank you, Jamie. All right.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Jamie Fedderson, TWRA Migratory Game Bird Program Coordinator, which is the longest title, I think. I told John Gordon they couldn't put that on one shirt. So let me tell you about next week's show before we check out with these two guys. Thanksgiving weekend show. Ron Wong, Bill Cooksey. We're going to talk to Kevin Hunt, Senior Director of Tournament Operations for Major League Fishing. We're going to talk to fishing pro Casey Ashley. How about 2020 Bassmaster Angler of the Year? Yes, that's right, Clark Windlet. And then close it out with Lindsey Thomas Jr. talking about the new National Deer Association. Guys, I hope y'all have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Larry.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
We will.
And how do we close this out? It doesn't cost an extra cent to be a good sport. And what else, guys? God bless the USA. Bye.